Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. I am Tim, and along once again with Oliver for the GP4 Series Austrian Grand Prix. Oliver, are you excited? What are we going to expect here today? Is it going to be chaos? Is it going to be calm? And just, are you ready?
Mate, Austria, mate, of all places, man. One of my favourite circuits, one of the best fast circuits on the circuit. With a championship with this close, mate, drama is always going to be a big thing in GP4.
And that it will be. Just trying to find out who just went out on track. That is going to be the Renault of Hyper Warskin. So we're on board with him on his flying lap.
Tom didn't get out first again. Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
You're lucky, mate. You're lacking.
Just watching Hyper Warskin going around that very tight turn 3.
Ooh.
Getting on the grass just a little bit. Now, we've been told that the DRS and the slipstream is going to be very, very strong, especially in this downhill section going into turn number 4. So during the race, we're going to have to look for a little bit of missed braking points, and honestly, I'm not surprised. I've seen it more times than I'd really like to admit, and I've even done it more times than I'd like to admit. So that's going to be a very tricky corner indeed. And these curbs here through this little S section, those are something that really gets me caught out sometimes. If you clip them, you can really spin. And of course, you got to be careful here because the pit entry, there's going to be a lot of slow cars entering the pit lane, and you really want to apex it. And it's just a strange pit entry because it's right there on the apex.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the most awkward pit lanes on the calendar, and this is one of the places you can add and validate here at turn 1. That's one of the places you can grab wide, and you can sort of go with it, you sort of can't. It's one of those places to validate. It's turn 3 now. Braking hard, turning nice and into the curve, onto this. You have to get good traction because it's still an uphill section. You need to get good traction. This is the plus you're on about. This is one of the main overtaking zones. You can tell by Hyper Warskin's steering that you can tell he looks like he's on pad. So this is what I mentioned in the Spanish Grand Prix. I like to have my steering pushed forward. I always push my thumbstick forward just to get that smooth turning. But it looks like he's on the jab. He's on like the jab steering, so it might cost his time a little bit further. But yeah, I have to say, Tim, what a championship we got on our hands here. 5 points between the top 3 now of Hooky. Snowegg and Energy Dan. What a championship we got on our hands come forth to the rest of the season.
Yeah, last week, of course, was a stellar race. Kvyat Torpedo getting his first podium. Snellweg not having the best of races, to say the least. So that means, just as you said, that it's only 5 points separating Hooky, who is now your points leader, Snellweg in second, and third of Energy Dan. Of course, Hooky winning the French Grand Prix just last week, or excuse me, it was Energy Dan that won it, with Hooky coming with only 15 points.
So Snellweg, what a lap. The man in second place just put on 103.9. Snellweg wants to put his championship back on track, and he's certainly going to do that in qualifying. Well, he's going to try and make the first shot here in qualifying.
Yeah, and Dan was actually telling us earlier today that he expects the pole time to be around a 103. So Snellweg already getting there on his first lap, a 103.971, and his closest rival so far in second, a 105.002. So I, of course, expect the times to close up just a little bit when we get closer to the race and when we get closer to the end of this qualifying session. But for now, Snellweg sitting very pretty and a little bit calm, I'd say, at the top of the board.
2 seconds faster. You can't ask for much more. Psychomich is on his lap at the moment, on his run, just going through towards turn 5. Tim, I have to say, Austria is one of the best circuits, in my opinion, on the calendar. It's a nice, fast, flowing circuit. You can't go, the lowest gear you can is gear 2, but the rest of the circuit is like gear 4, 5, 6, 7 corners. In my opinion, Austria is one of the best circuits on the calendar, especially for racing as well.
It's always fun to watch here at Austria, and the lap is just so short, so the race can go by very quickly, but it's usually an intense race because of that. I'm not sure what it is about the layout of Austria, but it just seems like there's always a lot of racing, a lot of battles going on. And, you know, of course, there's 2 DRS zones, or actually 3 DRS zones, the front stretch, the next straightaway, along with that somewhat of a turn 2 going into turn 3, and then just out of turn 3 going toward turn 4.
Yeah, Energy down on the lap. Now he's the guy in third place at the moment. He's just going through towards turn 3, purple in the first sector, so he's going on very, very nicely. In terms of the tyres, I had to say, Tim, the tyres, the softs can go long around here. It's around 10 to 15 laps on the soft tyres. I had to say, it's good for soft runners. But again, it's going to be the same as France. Soft hards will be the main strategy here. Dan also validated there. But I have to say, the tyres today will be around the soft hard period. But if you want to go aggressive, you can go 2 stops with the soft, medium, soft, or the soft, soft, medium. It's what is up. It's completely, entirely up to you. But tyres, I would say soft hard will be the optimal strategy today.
Yeah, and so we'll have to find out which one will prevail, but I think you're right. In Energy Dan, second, a 104.028, so very close to Snailwag's time, but just not close enough. So let's take a look now at Money Mink. Looks like he's going to be on his flying lap. We'll see how he can do. Of course, Hooky, he's already set a time, but he is down in 10th, a 106.138 for your points leader at the moment.
Yeah, and Kvyat 26 Torpedo. Fletcher is just right behind as well. Moneymink lucky not to invalidate there. And Moneymink will go into 13th. So let's have a look at where's Proliver. Proliver just been overtaken. He's on the validated lap. So let's go to Fletcher. See how he does in the Racing Point. Had a fantastic race him last week in France. And pushed the AlphaTauris to the limit. It actually forced the AlphaTauris to actually think on their heels.
Yeah, he really did. And almost getting a win, but nonetheless still a podium for Fletcher, and a good job on him. He was very, very emotional in the interview, but we're going to see what kind of pace that he has today. In fifth place, Fletcher. A 104.535, so that's a good time there from Fletcher. He said he had a lot of confidence going into this race now that he has got the podium out of the way. He got his first points earlier in the season and a podium last week. So Fletcher doing a good job already today. P5, nothing to shake a stick at. And it looks like most of our drivers have set a time. Sonicok, Bannister, Kara, and Proliver, the only ones who have not. Proliver, of course, we're watching him now.
It's come through the third sector now in the Haas car. So Ray Chanter, how to say, Tim, Ray Chanter is a good future prospect for definitely for title challenges to come into next season, because I like the look of Ray Chanter. He's a very fast driver, as he just showed us there. I'd like to see Ray Chanter really challenging the top guys for the rest of the season, because I think he'd be a good future prospect for next season.
Yeah, and it was Ray Chanter just a few weeks ago who was battling it out in Canada with Sonicok. It just seemed like each and every lap they were trading positions.
You mean Racing Podge?
Yes, yes, Racing Podge. Wow, a 103.824 for Gamey Things.
Gamey Things there. He's still in good form, Gamey Things. Still Mr. Consistent. So I have to say, Gamey Things, a little bit of a one to watch out here in Austria. But of course, Snellweg hasn't set his second run yet. But right now, it's all looking good. Hooky is on the lap now, coming towards the final 2 corners. It's the guy who's our championship leader in GP4. Tim, would you expect the championship to be this close going into round 11 of the championship?
No, I did not, honestly, because just a few weeks ago, I was thinking that Snellweg was going to be a very dominant driver who was just going to hold the point standings until the end of the season. And, you know, it's a bit naive of me, I think, to assume that the championship is wrapped up that quickly, but Snellweg won 3 races in a row. He just looked like he was so dominant that nobody could beat him. And then he had a string of either bad races or just not as well as they should be races, which put him in the position that he is now. Second in points, just 2 points away from Hooky. That's after a rough race last week in France, and Hooky also not having the best of races, almost won it, but time penalties changed that for him, so that gave the win to Energy Dan.
He needs to find his form. That's what he needs to do. Now, if he finds his form, then obviously things can really pick up. Unlike to have a Hyperwarskin for that. Admeister, he's done 6 laps on softs in qualifying. He's literally burnt them out. What's happened to Fletcher? Is he trying in the pits, I wonder? What's happened to Fletcher? What has happened to Fletcher? Where's Fletcher at?
Sorry,
My steering went off, weird, which is weird. What happened to Fletcher? I can't see him. What happened to Fletcher? What has happened to Fletcher?
Well, he has definitely retired from the session. However, I'm not sure if anything happened or if he just decided that enough is enough. He is P9, so he's still in the points, but I would imagine that he would have preferred not to retire if he actually had a choice over it, because that will give him more time, or would have given more time anyway, to set a better lap time. Of course, he's in P9, as I said. Kara, who is set the 8th fastest time, just ahead of him. So, who's your prediction for pole now that we're only have about 7.5 minutes remaining in this session?
Well, right now, as I look at the times, I think most guys will do this on their second run, so we'll have to see how that goes. Well, Energy Dan puts on a 103.815, so a very good lap from Energy. I'm going to say Snellweg will get pole. I think Energy Dan and Hooky will be a close second and third.
Well, we'll see. Currently watching Snellweg as he's heading down toward turn 4. We're going to ride on board with him, hitting his braking point.
Energy Dan took pole by 9 thousandths of a second. Wow.
A fast lap from Energy Dan. He said he was expected to be fast, but did he expect the pole? However, let's see if Snellweg can take it to him. He was fastest in the second sector, so Snellweg purple in the second sector. Let's see if he's purple in the third. Going just around the final 2 corners now, bypassing the pit entry. Around the final corner, apexing that corner, going as wide as he can. On the exit, crossing the line. What does he do? Pole position, a 103.706 for Snellweg.
By a tenth of the second as well. Absolutely incredible lap. Racing Pod lying there in third, so he's looking very sweet as well. Hooky is on his out lap. Racing Pod is in the pits. Fanny Lion has done his lap. He's Red Bull third and fourth, so looking very strong for Red Bull at the moment. They're both looking extremely pretty. And also Ryan Van Doom is is just gone into his car team. So we got a full car grid going into the Austrian Grand Prix again. So we got a full car grid.
And that will make for an amazing show. So let's take a look at Ryan Van Doom as soon as he gets out on the track. Still in the pits at the moment. But when he gets out on track, we'll take a look at him.
Yeah,
there we go.
Now. Yeah, he's just gone on track, so well done to him. Oh, Hooky is about to start his flight, and the AlphaTauris are doing it again. Team working as usual. And he's moving out the way. AlphaTauri team working once again.
So I assume that there was a little bit of slipstream going on there.
There was indeed, down the main straight, Tim.
See, it's always good to have teammates out there on track with you. You can really get that benefit of the slipstream, so we'll see if it actually helps Hooky or not.
I'm surprised that AlphaTauri are doing it.
Because they've been dominant all season. You know, Hooky's had wins, Energy Dan's had wins. They are currently leading the constructors' standings. It's just AlphaTauri is dominant.
Yeah, in my opinion, these two are the most team-working team in the whole 4 divisions of SFR, period. These two have been nothing but such good sports to each other. They've been nothing but just team working. They've been communicating. They've just been nothing but brilliant.
And it certainly shows. You really need that chemistry, and you need that teamwork to be successful. Now, let's see what Hooky can do. He was
P5. So fair play to Hooky there, P5. Not looking too shabby.
He was purple in the second sector, but I guess he lost a little bit of time through the third sector. So Hooky P5, as you said, a good job there of 104.052. Pole is still belonging to Snellweg at the moment with a 103.706.
Indeed so. Kara is on his lap in P8. This is the top teammate of Snellweg. He's got good qualifying form as Kara. He's very, very good in qualifying. Just can't produce it out in the race. His qualifying pace is extraordinary, but in the race for him, he's very good of a driver, but he just needs to improve a bit more. I'd like to see more from Kara.
Yeah, Kara, he's really just kind of hung out around the top 10. I think he's got a few top 5s here and there. But otherwise, you know, you're right. He's just someone who needs to kind of find a little bit more pace.
And Nick has crashed in turn number 6. He just went off the circuit.
So that's unfortunate for Money. Yeah, he is only at 18th with a 106.462, so he might have been able to improve that time if he hadn't crashed. So, unfortunate for him, he's going to be starting pretty much at the back of the field. So he's going to have a lot of work to do if he's going to have a good finish today. Currently watching car, but he's not having the best of lap. He didn't have the best of lap last time. So we're going to go and turn our attention now to Racing Podge, who is on his out lap in the Ferrari. And it looks like he is just now about to enter Sector 3. So he will be starting his flying lap soon. Racing Podge is another one of those drivers who early in the season we really expected to be quick. And of course we saw him battling with Rage Hunter at Canada, who I mistook originally for Sonic Hawk. But when you get two red cars out there, I mean, you just got to understand that it's hard to keep them two apart.
So true, and you know what's the coincidence? Rage Hunter and Racing Podge are still together at this stage of the season, 6th and 7th in qualifying.
Yeah, and they're only separated
each other alone.
Yeah, and just less than a tenth of a second really separating these two drivers. So no matter if one of them's slow or no matter if they're slow or fast, they're just going to be together. At Canada, they seem to be switching places up in the front. Now they might be switching places around 5th and 6th because it's Racing Podge in 6th, Rage Hunter in 7th, and he spins, he gets into the grass, and it looks like that actually causes a little bit of a mess behind him. There was an Alfa Romeo who had the same issue. So there goes your missed braking points there.
Wow, Sanaf has joined. I don't know if there's any room for Sanaf, but oh man, Racing Podge. The luck, it's just luck, isn't it, down to qualifying. Is he going to go for another run? He is, which is fair play to him. But Racing Podge, massive moment. And has got an advantage lap as well. Oh, Racing Podge, man, that is so unfortunate.
So we'll see if he can do any better. And he's already invalidated his lap, so he will not get a better time this time around. So let's go take a look at Fanny Line in the Red Bull. He is just now crossing the line for his first flying lap, or another flying lap rather, but no improvement. It's still a 103.944.
Red Bull looking very strong.
Yeah, they really are. 3rd and 4th, currently on board with Gamey Things as he goes out of turn 3, heading down toward turn number 4. He's got a little bit of a slipstream of the car in front of him, that is Hyper Warskin. So, Gamey Things trying to do what he can to beat Snellweg's 103.706. Of course, Snellweg just now on his out lap. Looks like Energy Dan is on a flying lap as well. Not sure where he is on the course. Let's take a look at him now. He's just a little bit ahead of Gamey Things, I think.
He's a little bit behind Gamey Things, but let's have a look at Gamey Things first. He's a little bit more ahead than Energy Dan. Here comes Gamey Things. Car is retired into the pits. So that's and
Gamey Things invalidated his lap. Going to Energy Dan now, but he's also slow under power, so not sure what's wrong with him. Gonna watch Snellweg now.
He bailed. He's bailed.
Yeah, he really has. Snellweg, though, has not bailed. He has got one more chance to increase that time on the top of the board.
Here goes Hookie. Oh, it doesn't improve. Hookie's gonna start P5.
So watching Snellweg, we'll see if he can improve on his time. Is there anyone else on a flying lap? It looks like Rage Hunter is actually on a flying lap. We're going to take a look at him. He's in Sector 3. On board with Rage Hunter.
Can he beat Racing Podge, I wonder?
It's sort of like the unofficial rivalry of the season here.
Oh my goodness me! That is a surprise.
So a good time from Sonic Hawk, a 103.790 per second. Rage Hunter does not improve. Does Hyper Warskin? No, he does not. He's off and into the gravel trap. Hyper Warskin not going to improve on his lap at all. Let's go take a look at Shadow Lancer.
Yeah, Shadow Lancer the last one to qualify as well. So let's see if Shadow Lancer can make his way up the field. Shadow Lancer will take a 1 minute 5.0 P13 for Shadow Lancer. He'll get free tire choice as well as the bottom 11 drivers. Wow, Sonic caught him. That was a surprise.
Yeah, it really was. And let's just acknowledge for a moment Snellweg, who was already on the pole, setting an even faster lap, a 103.448. That is a stellar pace around this course.
Yeah, Snellweg is back, let's say, in the lead. He's going to put his championship chances back into the fray. I mean, put his championship back on tracks after a few disappointing results. So Snellweg is coming out swinging, and he's going to put those boxing gloves on and go, and he's going to come out of the gates firing.
And it's going to be a good one, but can anyone really catch Snellweg if he has that much pace? Because I know it's only about 0.3 of a second, but you gotta understand that is a massive gap on some courses.
GP3 quality. That is GP3 quality.
Yeah, really. I mean, that is fast.
Snellweg, if you do win the championship, there's always an open spot in GP3, my friend. Just saying. just saying. There's a spot in GP3 for you. So we've got a good-looking race coming up. Red Bull looking very consistent. Sonic Court looks strong. AlphaTauri were always going to be around somewhere.
Yep. Snellweg, Sonicok, Energy Dan, your top 3, just waiting to run the clock out. And I hate that we have to do that. Really, I do.
Yeah, same. But let's have a look at this. The main fight will be Racing Pod and Rage Hunter again.
Probably so.
Going to be the main fight. Because them two are just nothing but take the thin piece of string.
So here is your official qualifying results for the Speed Force Racing League GP4 Series Austrian Grand Prix. Snellweg on the pole, Sonicok second, Energy Dan in third, Gaming Things fourth, Fading Lion in fifth, Hooky in sixth, seventh is Racing Pods, Rage Hunter in the 8th position, 9th is Hyper Warskin, Kara in 10th, 11th, Kvyat Torpedo, Stupid Clavin in 12th, 13th, Shadowlancer, Admeister 14th, 15th, Gizlodian, Proliver in 16th, Bannister in 17th, Psychomich 18th, Moneymink in 19th, and Ryan Van Doom in 20th place. He did not set a qualifying time, and do you know if Ryan Van Doom is going to race or if Sanath is going to race? Because normally we see Sanath in that Williams. Ryan Van Doom, I'm assuming, was going to sub for him, but now that Sanath has joined, who's going to get the seat?
I don't know. Really don't know, to be honest. Depends. Whoever gets into that Williams, to be fair. Really depends.
Well, we'll see what happens. Currently looking down the F1 paddock, just waiting for all the drivers to ready up. So, Oliver and the chat, what are your top 3 predictions?
Top 3? God. I'm going to say Snellweg first, because he's got very good extraordinary pace. I'm going to say either Dan or Hooky to get second. And I'm going to think... I would say Sonic Court third. I'm going to say Sonic Court will get a podium.
You know, you actually took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to go with our top 3 qualifiers of Snellweg, Sonicok, and Energy Dan for our top 3 positions. So, that's mine and Oliver's choice. Let's see what the chat chooses.
Depends what they say. But the interesting thing is, who is going to be in that car where Ryan Van Doom is? Who's in that car? Is it Ryan? It looks like Ryan. It's Ryan. But unlucky for Sanath there. But I think what Ryan will do, knowing that this league is so kind, and wherever Ryan gets placed at, I think those points will go to Sanath. I think it is definitely fair.
That is the stewards and league administrators' pay grade. That's a little bit above my pay grade, so I'm going to let them figure that out. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about it. But what we do have to worry about is the race at hand. Of course, you see the drivers on their formation lap. And someone in the chat has already said that he agrees with us. He thinks that they are going to be 1, 2, 3, Snellweg, Sonicok, Energy Dan, or at least in any order. So the podium, as it is now, maybe.
Ryan Van Doom said it's not me. Is he not in the car? Is Sanath driving Ryan Van Doom? I'd like to know if you do. Please tell me.
Yeah, please give us an update on that, because on our screen it is saying that it is Ryan Van Doom in that Williams. So let's just take a look at the Williams. I mean, there it is, but it is actually ghosted, so not sure what's going on there.
It's Sanath driving. I wonder. But anyways, tire strategy. The bottom 11 team, Tim, they've gone mostly for the softs. Only 3 drivers opted for mediums. That's interesting.
So a lot of soft tires going around, and of course the soft tires can last about 10 to 15 laps around this course, and it's usually...
Decent amount.
Yeah, actually a very decent amount, because normally you're struggling to get more than 10, but to say they can go to 15 is actually magnificent. But there you see the drivers lining up on their appropriate positions on the grid. Here momentarily we will be going green. Saneth is not driving as RVD took control of a car. That is the official word. So Ryan Van Doom is not driving, but neither is Saneth.
Round 11 begin.
Here we go. The drivers watching the lights, just trying to get lined up, and they're watching the lights. You hear those engines revving. You hear those itchy pedal feet. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 4 and 5. Red lights. No red lights. We are green for the Speed Force Racing GP4 Series Austrian Grand Prix. 3 wide already for second place as Snellweg leads him down to turn number 1. And there's contact. And Snellweg spins, and so does Sonic Hawk. Oh my goodness. Already does some spin. Snellweg does not spin, but Sonic Hawk has.
No, that was a racing one. That's Fletcher. November got a podium in front. Is spun around by oh my goodness, now couldn't there was a Ferrari tagged with safety car. Oh my goodness me, Tim, what a chaotic start.
We didn't even get around the first 3 corners, and already there is a safety car. A correction, Snellweg did not spin. He is still in first. It looked like there might have been a McLaren go around.
Hookie
that might have been Cara.
Tim. Hookie's in 19th after all this.
Oh my goodness, there was so much going on. I could not see what happened, but it looked like there was 3 wide going into the first corner. And maybe Energy Dan got into the side of Sonic Hawk, which spun him around, and after that, that was just a chain reaction that caused everyone to pile up.
Wow, unbelievable. Sonic Hawk in 20th after qualifying. Ain't that mad? There's loads of cars slowing down, Tim. There's a load of cars slowing down. Look at all this. There's loads of cars slowing down. There's loads of cars slowing down in turn 4. Wow. Look at this. Turn 5. Look at all this, Tim. Wow.
Yeah, I really don't know what to think of any of this, honestly.
Turn 5 and all. Oh, dear. Oh, guys, come on. Please, just sort yourselves out.
And Money Meat getting a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision.
What is going on? I was on board with a Williams and Shadowlands, and it's just going, well, I think they all sorted themselves out, but goodness me.
Proliver got a 5-second time penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. There's a few time penalties already going around.
It's just the drivers are sorting themselves out. Just only let Shadow pass. There's a lot of drivers going into the pits. Very, very weird opening lap, Tim, I'm not saying the least.
Yeah, that would be saying the least. A very weird opening lap. And look at this, Rage Hunter has found himself in 3rd place after all of that. Energy Dan still in 2nd with Snellweg in 1st. Fanny Lion 4th. Cara 5th. That's your top 5. Psychomich, of course, he has some pace today. He's in P6 right now. Stupid Clavin, who I think actually started 12th, is now all the way up to 7th. Admeister in 8th. Shadowlancer 9th. Hyper Warskin in 10th. That is your top 10 at the moment. And it's just been an insane race. And Money Mink already working his way up through 13th after all of that, because of some pit stops after he started pretty much dead last, or 19th rather, so close to dead last.
That is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in league racing, because that was literally chaos. Hookie is onto the hard tyres now. He's going to try and go long. Fletcher's is onto the medium tyres. Gaming Things is onto the hards, and Racing Pod on hards.
Chat saying that it is absolute madness, and we could not agree with you guys more. We have no idea what we just saw. All we know is that now we're trying to get the lineup sorted and situated.
Same here, Matt G. Same here. I feel bad for them too as well.
Yeah, I really do as well. This is, of course, going to be a very interesting race. This is, however, Energy Dan's big moment to shine. Snellweg, of course.
It is.
Yes, if we had live point standings, Snellweg, of course, at the moment would be scored as the leader. Energy Dan would be in 2nd because Hookie is all the way down in 18th. However, Energy Dan, if he can get around Snellweg and win this race, and if Snellweg has a bad day, he could be the championship leader. If he gets around Snellweg and Snellweg gets a podium still, then yeah, Snellweg is still going to be the championship leader. He'll probably still be the championship leader.
Right now, it's dreamland for Snellweg because Hookie's down in 18th. Anytown's right behind him, so he's got to try and do his bit to hold him up the best he can. But come on, this is Snellweg we're talking about. This is a guy who's not going to take any prisoners.
Yeah, Snellweg, I'm sure that he is a no-nonsense kind of driver right now because he is thinking purely of the championship standings. Of course, I'm sure he's thinking about winning this race as well, and honestly, I think that to give himself the best edge in the championship standings, he's going to have to win this race because he does not have the points buffer that he did a few weeks ago to fall back on. He fell back on that points buffer. You know, he had to use it. It wasn't by choice. He just had some bad races. He had to use that points buffer. Now he doesn't have it. He's going to have to stay consistent and stay close to Dan and close to Hookie. Of course, with Hookie being in 18th, he doesn't have to worry about him at the moment, but he does have to worry about that other AlphaTauri.
It does. So with Snellweg thinking, oh, go on, AlphaTauri out of the way. One problem, I got the other one. and it's bad news because it's Energy Dan, and you know what he's going to gun for. But Ray Chandler, like I said to him, massive shout out to Ray Chandler, kept himself out of trouble, got into P3, looking very well, looking very strong. You never know, Tim. We could be speaking to Ray Chandler after this race.
Yeah, we really could. Honestly, I mean, Ray Chandler, he's been a driver the past few weeks, really since Canada, because I believe that's when he actually joined us. He's been the driver who has had the pace. He's been consistent, been a little quiet, but he's been there. He had the pole in Canada, correct me if I'm wrong, and
he did.
He had a very good race. Of course, as we were talking about, he was switching places a lot with Racing Podge. Now today, as you said, this could be his day because he's finally in the podium position. Of course, it's very early on in the race. Anything can happen, and I do believe that the safety car is coming in this time. But with Ray Chandler in P3, he's already in a good position to have a decent race, and as you said, we might be talking to him at the end of the day. Let's see how this plays out. Snellweg going to be the control car here.
Nice. Snellweg is pushed, he's bolted, he's pushed, he's pulled the trigger, he's going to wait for it. Now he's bolted, now he's pushed it. Nice bolt away from Snellweg. Nice launch.
Into turn one, Energy Dan, though, using that slipstream to get close to Snellweg, going down this straightaway and into the kind of turn two anyway.
Super clever on side commit. These two are very close to each other. And Kara as well, down the inside. Is Sykomich into P5. Oh, and a double overtake. Nicely done for Super Clever down the inside. But still, Kara still sticks his McLaren in front of him.
On board with Stupid Clavin, he's going to look on the inside of Kara, going into turn number 4. Will there be some contact? No, but Kara is going to drop down into 7th place. Stupid Clavin into 6th place.
Hyperwalskin having a go. What happened to Money Mink? Money Mink went onto the gravel, and now he's down in 19th.
So Money Mink not having the best of races, did not have the best qualifying sessions either, and Money Mink still has a time penalty for a severe collision under the safety car. So a bad day just going from worse here for Money Mink. Still watching Hyper Warskin though, and he gets a little bit loose there out of the penultimate corner, almost spins it around, hangs on to it though. Snellweg the fastest lap, a 107.038.
This fight is really close, jeez.
Another fight that's closest, this fight between Rage Hunter and Energy Dan, that's for second place.
Oh, Kara spun it! Kara spun! Did he reset himself on one? Did he reset? Was that a reset for Kara?
I don't know. I did not see it, but Kara nonetheless still in P15 at the moment. Watching him now.
Gaming Things. Nicely done. Nice move from Gaming Things. Passing Fletcher. And Fletcher's trying to have a good backhand in towards the inside of turn 4. Can Fletcher get down on the inside of it into turn 4? He can. Oh no, dear, Kara. That was naughty. Naughty from Kara.
And Gamey Things into the grass, hanging on to it though. I did not see what happened. I was looking out the front of Gamey Things' car. But let's talk about Gamey Things here for a minute. He had a good qualifying run. It was about P4 for Gamey Things, but under the safety car, or the incident that caused the safety car, caused him to drop back, and now he's just having a bad day after Kara forcing his way through, causing what I do believe is a little bit of wing damage.
Will be definitely sent to the stewards, because that was a pure dive bomb literally plowed. I'm not even kidding, mate. He just literally plowed into the side of Gaming Things' car. There was no room for. There was literally just no room going into there.
Turning our attention now to Rage Hunter, who is chasing down Energy Dan, and he has for the last few laps. He's got the DRS and the Slipstream. He's going to go underneath him into turn number 4. They're side by side. Going into turn number 4. There's some contact between Energy Dan and Rage Hunter. Rage Hunter moving into second place, pulling away from the dominant AlphaTauri. So good job there from Rage Hunter to get around Energy Dan. Of course, he's going to have to worry about Snellweg as Energy Dan gets a 3-second time penalty.
So that will be very interesting to witness how that goes along.
Very unfortunate for Energy Dan. And now,
we got a spinner! We got a spinner! Oh, there's a massive accident! There's a massive accident! Paul Oliver and Jasonia on a massive accident! And so is Fletcher! Oh, it's a massive accident!
No safety car yet.
It was a massive accident. We have like a visit of 3 cars. Incident 3. Bannister round. Oh, and Nymeister's round! He's been hit by Bannister.
Admeister trying to get the car turned back around in that Mercedes at number 78.
Safety car.
Yep, and now we do have a safety car. It is official. We have a safety car. Hooky did get through that mess. He's in P11 now. So your championship leader going into this race, not going to be the championship leader right now, but Snellweg in first, Rage Hunter second, Energy Dan third. Your top 3 with Hooky in 11th at the moment under the safety car.
I think, Tim, that Hooky is back in this race because the soft time runners will have to come in and pit.
I think he might be. However, will the soft tire runners actually come into pit or not? Because this is the second safety car. So those tires aren't exactly as... Are they? Okay, Snellweg is in. Let's go watch Snellweg.
Rage Hunter is staying out. Energy Dan is staying out. Fanny Line is staying out. Stupid Clavin is staying out.
Snellweg taking the hard tires. Probably the best strategy there. He's going to go to the end on those tires, more than likely anyway. And with this safety car, that's going to allow him to really get heat in those tires without wearing him down too much. So that'll give him a little bit extra life.
Yeah, Psycho Mitch is behind Hooky. So that's Hooky back into 10th. He's back into the points of this race. Fletcher, Admeister is in the pits now. He's coming off from his medium set of tires. Oh, Admeister. Oh, more contact in the underneath the safety car. Tim, what an incident-filled race. Wow.
Yeah, really. If you have to check the race directors later today, you're going to have your work cut out for you.
Just about. Just about. Shadowlands is back in this race after his first lap puddle, so he's back in this race. Yeah, I can see the damage on Super Clavin's car. He did contact. He has made contact with Hyper Warskin. Like, you can see the evidence on his front wing.
Yeah, it looks like that right side end plate is gone, so unfortunate for Stupid Clavin. However, Hyper Warskin, as far as I can tell, does not have any damage. And of course, if Stupid Clavin got into the back of that Renault, then there would be no damage to have to worry about there.
It did. So, Rage Hunter, Dan, and Fanny Line are staying out. Stupid Clavin is staying out.
Actually, no, Stupid Clavin went into the pits.
He has. So, I'll promote Hooky another spot. He goes up to P9. No, the others will move position as well. Van Doom is back in this race. He's going to take over Sanas' car.
So, Stupid Clavin serving his time penalty. Wasn't aware that you could do that under the safety car.
Can you? I don't know. Yeah, he's taking the penalty underneath the safety car, so...
Well,
interesting.
We know that you couldn't at Monza, but whether or not that applies to the esports world has yet to be determined. So, Stupid Clavin did serve a time penalty in the pit lane just now, and he's changed into the soft tires, interestingly enough. So, Stupid Clavin going to try to make up some ground, I suppose, using the soft tires, and maybe he's going to try to go for the mediums later on, because I think he started on the softs, did he not?
Snellweg made a right decision to go onto the hard tires during the safety car. He's literally P5. He's looking very, very well in that position. He's the freshest guy out of the top 5 with those hard tyres, because you got the top 3 still on those soft tyres that they started. So it'll be excuse me. It'll be interesting to see how the top 3 does. But Snelweg looking very pretty.
Yeah, P5 and going to go to the end on those hard tires more than likely, unless another safety car happens, of course. Then that strategy could be out the window. Rage Hunter's still going to stay out there, of course, with 9 laps on those soft tires, along with Energy Dan and Fanny Lion. So they're going to pit very shortly. And I kind of got to question their choice of staying out, because I feel like they might be able to extend the soft tires now to about 18 laps, given that we've had a safety car period. But any more than that, I don't see it.
Let the chaos begin again. Let chaos reign again. So let's see if the drivers can stay out of the walls and not hit each other this time. So let's see how they all crack on. So who's our closest fight at the moment? Who's our closest fight?
Looks like Hyperwarskin.
Yeah, it is Hyperwarskin. It as well. So many things going on. So many things. What's all going on down here? There's loads of overtaking going on through here. We've got a drive. Was that a drive-through penalty I saw for Kvyat Torpedo? Is that a drive-through I just saw?
I'm sorry, I did not see it, but I am watching the battle between Hyperwarskin and Fanny Lion. Hyperwarskin very close to Fanny Lion in the Red Bull there. Hyperwarskin thought about making a move on the inside in turn number 4. Now he's on the inside, not able to do it though. Backed out of it, and a good job from Hyperwarskin. That could have been very nasty if he'd gotten into the side of Fanny Lion there. So he knows he's got to be patient here. Going around the penultimate corner, now going around the final corner, but Hyperwarskin clipped the curb and he spun just a little bit, slid around just a little, and that's going to lose some time. So down the front straightaway, Fanny Lion has gained on Hyperwarskin.
That's the guy you don't want to lose time to. Yeah, I looked at the incidents, and it's Riot Van Doom who's got the drive-through penalty for a severe collision.
And Kvyat Torpedo looks like he's retired from the session, so unfortunate for Fletcher, a podium last week and dead last this week, so he'll have to rebound later on in the season.
What's happened to Hooky? What's happened to Hooky? He spun! Hooky's had an incident! Hooky's had an incident! Oh, Hooky! Oh no!
Hooky spun while the championship leader of Snelweg is trying to chase down Hyperwarskin and get around him. He almost did around turn number 4, but was not able to do so. Riding on board with Snelweg, lap 12 of 36. He's in 5th place on those hard tires, and so far, they are struggling a little bit on the hard tires because everyone's starting to pull away from him, but the drivers ahead of him are going to have to pit sooner rather than later. Hyperwarskin can stay out a little longer than the top 3, but everyone else...
Snelweg, man. It's Snelweg's race to lose. It really is.
That it is. Snelweg, all he's got to do is ride around. He's just got to be careful, save his tires just a little bit, and keep Hyperwarskin within striking distance, who actually goes wide, so that might not be too difficult this lap around.
Closest fight at the moment, Tim, is Money Stupid Clever and Pro Oliver. They're all close to each other. This is the battle for the no points positions. Oh, Stupid Clever really cut to the corner there. And Hyperwarskin and Fanny Lion are fighting. These lot are fighting. Everyone's fighting at the moment, Tim.
Oh my goodness, and now Moneymaker's around. Moneymaker.
Pro Oliver. My goodness me.
I did not see what happened. I saw the wreck, but I didn't see what caused it. Did you see?
I saw Pro Oliver went to the back of Moneymaker. Pro Oliver went into the back of him.
And while that was going on, it looks like Snelweg has finally gotten by Fanny Lion, so now he can chase down Hyperwarskin.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness me, Tim. What a rate. What a very crashy, dodging cars, bumpy cars, demolition derby this is.
Well, we saw it in the real F1 earlier in the season in Austria, and I guess we're going to see it here in GP4 as well.
Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong. Wow. Yeah, like you said, Tim, Snelweg, all you need to do, stay out of trouble, win the race. And I think he's not finished overtaking yet.
He's going around Hyperwarskin side by side going into turn number 3. Will he clear him? No, he will. Maybe out of the exit of the corner. No, he will not. They're still going to be side by side down the straightaways ahead to turn number 4.
And now they're heading towards turn 4. Snelweg will have the advantage. Oh, he has the look at that. Car has the DRS on on Snellweg. Side by side they go. Don't touch you two. Oh, nice side by side racing between the two of them still. And just, Hyperwarskin is still there. And Snellweg Masawa switches back on him through turn 5.
And contact there. Contact. Is there any wing damage on the McLaren? We got to take a look at that now.
Is there damage on the McLaren?
No, there is not. Snellweg got very lucky there, and now he's going around Hyperwarskin, so Hyperwarskin let him by. So let's ride on board with Hyperwarskin now. Let's see what he's going to do. He goes wide out of the final corner. That's exactly what he's going to do.
So now Snellweg is moving away.
And that might have been the race for the lead right there once the top two pit. They're on 14 laps on those soft tires. And like I said, at the beginning of the race, you can probably go about 10 to 15.
Since we've had Bannister. Close, very close. No, not close enough just yet. Hyperwarskin's not done with Snellweg, Tim, as well.
Yeah, Hyperwarskin really closed the gap there.
Oh, just feel so adamant in that these not going to hit each other. I just feel like so anxious in that. My goodness me. Good move by Paul Oliver there, going round his, going past a lapped car of Ryan Van Doom. Where's Shadowlancer in all this? Where is Shadowlancer? Where is Shadowlancer? P10 looking very strong at the moment. Paul Oliver gets a 3-second penalty for multiple performance. Rage Hunter is in the pits right now. So Energy Dan will take the lead of the Grand Prix, and Snellweg will take second.
Now Energy Dan, he's going to have to pit eventually, and I feel like he's going to have to pit this lap. So yeah. Energy Dan, we see him now going around turn number 3, and it looks like there's going to be lap traffic that he might have to deal with just up ahead. We'll have to wait and see. I don't see it as I ride on board with Energy Dan, but there is a car. I think it is going to be maybe Money Mink in the Alfa Romeo. It's very hard to tell, but I don't think it's going to...
Bite Tim, Psychomish, Gamey Things, and Podge. Oh, down the inside is Gamey Things. Nice move from Gamey Things.
So Gamey Things...
that Red Bull.
Yeah, Gamey Things having a good rebound here, as after he dropped down outside of the points and now back into P6. Now, Fanny Lion, he is just recently pitted, and he is on the medium tires now, all the way down in P14, so 6th and 14th are the two Red Bulls where they're running now. Let's go take a look at Snellweg once again.
Dan is not pitted still.
2.5 seconds separating Dan and Snellweg, and I think Energy Dan is just trying to stay out as long as possible and hope for a safety car. That way he'll lose less positions than what he would originally, but I'm not sure if we're going to have another safety car or not, but anything can happen, as we've already seen here today.
Gamey Things on Racing Podge going into turn 3. Oh, goodness me. Podge got wide. Podge has gone wide, and Gamey Things through.
So Gamey Things moving up into the 4th position, going to chase down Hyperwarskin, but he's a little bit further away than what Gamey Things...
Look at Psychomich behind as well. Taking on Racing Podge side by side. Almost did a Hamilton and Albon.
Still side by side, or Racing Podge now just barely edging ahead. Psychomich backing out of it.
Good racing.
Yeah, very good racing, and like, you know, Energy Dan told us.
Dan's in.
Dan's in. Let's see what tires he chooses. That'll give Snellweg the lead of the race.
Snellweg will now gain control. So where will Energy Dan come out? He's selecting mediums. Wow, Rage Hunter. Good lap, mate.
A 106.641 on the medium tires. Rage Hunter, where is he running right now? At the moment, he is in... I actually don't see him. 8th place. So that is a point for the fastest lap if he can stay there in the 8th position. And Hyperwarskin's retired. Hyperwarskin's retired. What's happened to him?
Where's Hyperwarskin? Where is he? Where is he? He's there. Oh, what's happened to him? He's in AI mode. What's happened to Hyperwarskin? What has happened? I'm confused.
I have no idea what happened to Hyperwarskin, but he is out of this race now.
Did he retire on circuit?
He might have. I really don't know how to answer that one. I mean, it looks to be.
He must have retired on circuit. Is that allowed?
I don't believe that it is allowed. However, the question is, did he willingly retire, or was there an issue because he was running in P4? I do not see someone retiring on the track from P4.
Wow. Lots of things going on, let's say in the least. Racing Podge under pressuring gamey things.
So that was unfortunate there for Hyper Warskin, but now got to turn back to Gamey Things, who is trying to chase down Snellweg, but not really doing the best of jobs of it because Snellweg is just so dominant here today, and Gamey Things just, at this point, on old hard tires, trying to make it, not to the end, of course, but as long as he can before he has to pit.
Definitely. Very much definitely. We got a spinner. And that's Fanny Line. He's made contact with Bannister. He has made contact. Them two have made contact. Very big contact because them two have lost front wings. And yeah, Fanny Line's not going to move anywhere. He's just crawling along at the moment on the grass. Oh, yeah, man. It's such an incident-filled race today. Shalom, safety car. We got a safety car.
So the third safety car of the day. And a little bit of an update on Fletcher's situation. Said that a car in front of him hit the wall, and if he went left, he was going to hit the Renault. If he went to the right, he was still going to hit him, so there was nothing he could have done. So we did not see that, Fletcher, but unfortunate for you. But hey, hopefully you can rebound next race. Now, what is the safety car for?
Okay. Safety car must have been for the contact between Fanny Line and Bannister.
There's so much going on. Just want to apologize to the chat. I cannot possibly get everything. Fanny Line, though, we're watching him as he goes into the pits.
Fanny Line and Bannister had just had major contact going into turn 3, and that's provided loads of debris on track to provide the safety car. Snellweg is in from his hard tires.
So Fanny Line taking the mediums. Snellweg, as you said, going into the pits. So let's see what he does here. Gaming Things also in the pits. So Snellweg in his box now. What tires does he choose? The medium tires, looks like. Yes, he does.
Ray Hunter, where is Ray Hunter going to come out on all of this?
So Sykomich stayed out, and he's in first now.
That's 1-2. Is it actually? Wow. Tim, your American team, it's, what can you say?
You know, I'm just going to say it's painful being a Haas fan, so I wish I could see this in real life.
Well, we've just seen everything, Tim, in this race. We have just seen everything.
So now the question is, does Snellweg have enough pace to get around these two drivers ahead of him? I believe that he does. However, Rage Hunter is probably in the best position of the two because he's got newer medium tires and on almost the same strategy as Snellweg. Of course, he pitted just a few laps before for those mediums.
I'm forward to see Snellweg and Rage Hunter fight, you know.
I really am too. If Rage Hunter is going to fight with Snellweg the way that he has with Racing Podge in the past, then that's going to be something to see for sure. And of course, let's not forget Energy Dan, only 2 laps on those medium tires back in P4.
Yeah, Energy Dan, Kara's on the soft tires, so he's the only guy out of the top 5 to hit. What's happened to Fanny Line? She's retired in the pit, so unlucky for Fanny Line there, jeez. But yeah, Kara, he's another guy to watch as well. He's on those soft tires.
So could Kara be the dark horse of the race today with those soft tires, having the pace to really claw his way up the field, maybe get on the podium?
Finally, Hooky is back into the points as well in P10. I had to say, Tim, it's been a bad day for Hooky, and I do have to feel a little bit sorry for him because he was in incidents that he was in nothing he could do strategy. It was one of those things, to be fair. I do feel bad for Hooky.
Yeah, it really was just one of those things for Hooky, and it's unfortunate for him. He just got caught up in the mix early on in turn 1, and he didn't have the best qualifying session, but it wasn't anything to shake a stick at for sure. And then he just got caught up in the wreck in turn 1, and he just hasn't been able to rebound. Now, he is in 10th place right now. This could be his chance, but it's going to be close. But the way I see it, if Hookie can at least...
replay championship lead.
Yeah, and if he can at least finish in the points, he still keeps his championship hopes alive. If he finishes outside of the points, then they're there, but it's just going to be that much harder.
Almeister's clouted into the back. Is this Stupid Clavin? Yeah, Stupid Clavin's clouted into the back of Almeister's car again underneath the safety car. That's twice he's done it. And you can tell by the front wing damage on his car. That's twice he's done it now.
So what is actually going to cause all of these collisions under the safety car is what I don't understand. Is it just people getting a little too much ahead of the game?
I think they're just being a little bit impatient, or they just can't anticipate the braking. Just go slowly, guys. All I'm going to say, just go slowly. Just take it easy. Take your time. There's no rush underneath the safety car. I just don't understand. It's out. Stupid Clavin is clouded into the back of Almeister's car twice in 2 safety cars. I don't understand. I really don't. He's taking another penalty for it as well.
And he pitted 4 fresh mediums, and I'm assuming a front wing change as well, so that's going to put him in at least P14 as he is right now. Might even be a little bit further back. Sonicok, of course, behind him in P15. Sonicok is someone who was fast early on, but of course he spun on the first lap, and he just has not been able to rebound, much the same as Hookie. He's just had a really bad race today.
Sonicok is racing around the track to get back to the safety car pack. So, Tim, Haas 1 and 2. What a lovely sight for you, Tim.
I don't believe they're going to stay there, though. I'll say that right now. That McLaren of Snellweg is so very fast.
I love the way you cut short on the parade.
Oh, well, no, don't get me wrong. Sakimich, he's had pace today, but he's on old hard tires. Rage Hunter's had pace for the past few weeks, but he's on slightly older mediums than what Snellweg has. And Snellweg set a time in qualifying 0.3 of a second quicker than absolutely anyone else. So I just believe that Snellweg is going to have the pace here to get around these guys after the first few laps. The question is,
now,
will either of them be able to get a podium?
What's Haas going to do?
That's what I want to know. We're going to see right now what happens. We're going back green this time. Sakimich, Rage Hunter, Snellweg, your top 3 going into turn number 1. The Haas cars getting the slipstream, and Snellweg a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That changes everything. Sakimich.
It's Haas switching. They have. Haas has switched.
So Rage Hunter going around Sakimich, and now Snellweg going to try to go around Sakimich into turn number 3. They're side by side through turn number 3, and out in the exit is Snellweg in second.
Sneaky move for Snellweg. Nice move.
On board with Sakimich. He's on those old hard tires, and they are showing he's dropping back, but Snellweg is 0.9 of a second behind Rage Hunter. He's trying to chase down that Haas machine, and he is starting to, but now he's actually gaining away from him. So Rage Hunter on the old medium tires, having a little bit more pace than the McLaren at the moment. Snellweg going through the grass a little bit there, just barely clipping him, hanging on to it, but you got to remember he's got a 3-second time penalty. The question is, does Rage Hunter have any time penalties?
I'm going to check for you now.
So Rage Hunter leading Snellweg down in the penultimate corners. Still no DRS. There will be no DRS this time. We're going to have to wait 3 laps for a DRS to be activated. Rage Hunter going on the inside to try to break up that slipstream from Snellweg. Now going back on the outside as they go into turn number 1. It's lap 25 of 36. Just 12 laps to go in this race.
Rage Hunter has got a 3-second time penalty. I could just see on the screen now.
Does Snellweg have any more than the one he just picked up?
I'm checking for you now, buddy.
Because that's going to be the deciding factor here. Kara, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. He's running in 5th place. So Kara, someone who... Yeah, Sonicok has retired. A DNF there, and it looks like he's retired from the pits, actually. So Sonicok just not having a good day at all.
Bless him. And he qualified P2 as well. Bless him, man. Bless him.
That just goes to
Shadow
show.
Lancer looking on the back of Pro Oliver.
So let's turn our attention to Shadow Lancer here. There's, of course, the Ghost of Kara, Money Meek involved in that as well, but Shadow Lancer going to chase down that Pro Oliver in P8.
And Kara on the back of Dan as well. Those soft tires are really paying dividends in the moment.
We just have a train here, a train of cars going down the front straightaway.
And it just. Now, is Money Meek going to provide distraction? Is this good news? Oh, yeah. This
Energy
is
Day going around Psychomich.
Yes, Psychic and Dan. Oh! Very aggressive turning. And Rage Hunter is not getting away from Snellweg.
Still watching Psychomich, Energy Dan, and Kara. Kara starting to close in on Psychomich for the 4th position. Just behind him, though, it looks like Gaming Things and Racing Pods might be having a little bit of a battle, too. Racing Pods trying to chase down Gaming Things, but can't really do much with it. Kara got very close to Psychomich that time around. So we're going to stay riding on board with Kara.
I'll tell you now, Psychomich, he's having one of the best races of his life at the moment, running in the top 4. Well, top 5 in this race. Has been outside Snellweg stabbing his authority, and here comes Snellweg.
So let's see what he can do. He's caught Rage Hunter, but will he be able to get by him? Because you got to remember, these cars are so aerodynamically dependent that Snellweg is basically in the dirty air right now.
He's still stuck behind Rage Hunter as well. Money Meek has retired, and he's crashed out into the exit of turn 1. So that is Money Meek out.
So unfortunate for Money Meek, just has not had the good day from qualifying to race. So he's going to have to try to rebound later on in the season, maybe next week. But still riding on board with Snellweg as he tries to chase down Rage Hunter. And I think that's exactly what's happened. As I said a moment ago, that Snellweg is just really stalling out. When he gets close to Rage Hunter, he can get close to him. He can use that slipstream to his advantage. But by the time he gets there, they're in the corners and he's having to deal with dirty air.
Yeah, definitely. He's really suffering. You can tell how much understeer he's getting from Rage Hunter. But can he provide it on the main straight? I wonder. Gaming Things on the back of Psychomich gets a good run on him. Here comes Gaming Things now towards the inside of Psychomich's car. He's literally trying to look sneaking around, and now he's not down the inside of turn 1. This is not one of the bases. This overtake. Oh, they made contact. They touched wings. And look at Shadow Lancer sneaking up behind Racing Pod, and Shadow Lancer's through, and Kara's been part Energy Dan. Look at these cars, Phil going for turn 3. Shadow Lancer's going through Racing Pod, and Pro Oliver's looking around Racing Pod as well. Everything's going off to him, and can't keep up with it all.
It's so hard to keep up with it all, riding on board with Pro Oliver as he's trying to chase down Racing Pods, but Hooky is just behind him, or 2 seconds behind him, rather.
Gaming Things are fighting. My goodness me!
So many battles here toward the end of this race. And a battle for first still, because Snellweg is still trying to close in on Rage Hunter now.
Still stuck behind Rage Hunter. I would have probably gone past him by now.
I thought he would too, but Rage Hunter, looks like he's got some pace. The question is, does he have enough tires to last him?
Indeed. We could answer that question as well. Now
Snellweg gonna go underneath of Rage Hunter and going around down the straightaway. Will he clear him? Yes, he does. Going into turn number 3. Snellweg into P1, but Rage Hunter is fighting back hard. Is he gonna try to do a crossover move? He does, but does not able to do it successfully. So Rage Hunter in second.
Can he get the drive though? He's trying, but he's got not enough urge. So Snellweg is back into the lead. And most likely the championship lead as well is going back to the Flying Dutchman.
So Rage Hunter is going to have to get close to Snellweg and pull a Hail Mary move to get around him, and I just do not see that happening. What Rage Hunter needs to do now is just keep his eyes forward and run his race. He can have a podium. He can have a very good podium here today, because Kara 4.2 seconds behind him. No pressure out the back.
The battle for 6th.
Still heating up, I assume. On board with Shadow Lancer.
Yeah, exactly. Psychomich got a very good drive out of turn 9 on Shadow Lancer. Shadow Lancer of course, using the wheel for the first time this season. Really battling hard with Sykomich. For Oliver, looking on the back of Racing Pod. Very aggressive going down to the inside. And for Oliver, it's past Racing Pod. Racing Pod fighting back though, going down towards the inside of turn 3. But Oliver makes the move stick. And he goes into P8.
So that's a good move there from Proliver. Racing Pod's dropping back, and it looks like there's a side-by-side battle between Bannister and Hookie just behind him. That's for the final points position. Hookie locking it up into turn number 4.
Me.
Big lock up there from Hookie. That's not going to do his tires any favors, but at this point, I don't think he cares. He just has to stay in the points.
Oh, what a move. That was delicious from Hookie.
And Hookie has a chance to rebound and get some decent points because of all the cars that are just in a train in front of him. So now he's got his sights set on Racing Pods, going around the penultimate corner and now the final corner. It's lap 31 of 36. Racing Pods getting a little bit loose off that corner, but hanging on to it. That's going to allow Hookie to close in even more.
Oliver and Shadowlancer. It's all looking very feisty for P6. Look at that, Shadowlancer went a little bit wide. So Proliver will get a bit more of a drive. Oh, Tim, this is an incredible scenes we're looking at here for P6.
Yeah, that it is. Proliver just trying to do everything that he can. Proliver, someone who is not really...
Racing Podge!
On the inside of Proliver there. Racing Podge cannot make the move that time. He does not have the drive off. Proliver does, and that Mercedes being very fast in a straight line right now.
But I must say, Tim, Rage Hunter is still sticking the 5/10 to Snellweg. It's now 6/10, but he's still holding on.
And that's what he needs to do, because he will have the DRS as long as he stays in there. Rage Hunter might not be out of this just yet.
Indeed, he won't. Oh, Racing Pod! My goodness me! Went very well out of shape there. Out of turn 6 and 7. And is it me, Tim, or is the sky getting darker?
I have noticed that for the past 5 laps, the sky very much is getting darker. The question is, will we see any rain whatsoever before the end of this race?
Oh,
that could.
Too wide, mate. Too wide. Too wide. That's too wide.
Proliver went under Shadowlancer because of that, but now they're still nose to tail. Proliver trying to go around Sykomich into turn number 3, but will he be able to do so? No, he does not. Sykomich outbreaks him, and Racing Podge going around the outside of Shadowlancer now. Look at that Racing Podge, just absolutely sending it.
Wow, Racing Podge, very brave, I say in the least.
Yeah, Racing Podge.
Shadowlancer looking down the outside of Mo. Tim, this is incredible for P6.
And Hookie is right in this mix. You cannot leave him out. Hookie right in this mix.
This is incredible. How many cars are fighting for this position?
About 6 cars fighting for P6.
Wow. Says a lot, don't it?
That it really does. It's just such close racing here in the GP4 series for the Speed Force Racing League. And
oh, who went wide there? Was that Shadowlancer who went wide? It was.
It was. That's actually going to help Hookie out because he's getting closer to Shadowlancer now.
Oh goodness, Proliver and Racing Podge on the close to the back of Sykomich as well. So these two are not done with each other just yet, and Hookie and Shadowlancer as well. Here they go down towards turn 3. Can they make moves? Hookie does on Shadowlancer.
Oh, and Hookie gets into the back of Proliver. Proliver spins, and Hookie is now in P10 still, but only just. So Hookie had a chance to move into the 9th position, not able to do so, and he has front wing damage.
And Racing Podge has finally gone past Sykomich.
Sykomich isn't going to let him go, though. Sykomich is there, and he's close. He's trying to get the slipstream off of him. Racing Podge got a better exit out of that corner that time around, though.
And look at Gaming Things and Energy Down are fighting. All of these people are fighting. Gaming Things and Dan still fighting down the main straight. Everyone's fighting for position because all points are vital in league racing.
And Hookie, a 3-second time penalty now for multiple warnings, so that is just going to have a bad day go to worse. Hookie might be out of the points now.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if Proliver can... I don't know if he's going to even finish in the points. We're definitely going to have a new championship leader in Snellweg. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But look at this. Rage Hunter has closed the gap to Snellweg just a little bit. It was 0.5 of a second, now 0.6 of a second. It keeps jumping around.
Rage Hunter is keeping up with Snellweg. Come on, Rage. Make the Haskar work.
Snellweg actually clipped the grass there just a little bit. Now he's going to have to deal with some lap traffic just ahead of him. I don't know who that is.
It looks like Ryan Van Doom's ghost.
Yeah, so Snellweg looks like he's being held up just a little bit there. Of course, that's not actually Ryan Van Doom in the car.
But Snellweg got
Rage Hunter now a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings after cutting the corner in turn number 1. That gives every chance he had of winning this race the boot.
Pretty much the boot. Is that Proliver on the back of Hooky again? It is.
And Proliver going around Hooky with relative ease. You got to remember, Hooky's got some wing damage. He's just out there trying to hang on to position for now, but he's going to try to go back around Proliver going on the inside of him. But will he be able to do it? Yes, he does. He clears him. But what about turn number 3? What will Proliver do around there? Of course, this is where they had their incident just a little bit ago. Proliver really driving it in deep, trying to get close to Hooky. Hooky's got a better drive off.
It's spitting. It's spitting. It's spitting with rain.
Oh, that it is. That it is. So that could really change things here.
Gaming Things are down, still fighting. Look at them two. Oh, that went a bit wide onto the grass.
It's the final lap now. Final lap for Snellweg and Rage Hunter. Final lap for Gaming Things and Energy Dan. Turning our attention here momentarily to Snellweg. But first, let's see what Gaming Things can do with Energy Dan. Can he do anything whatsoever?
Rage Hunter looks even more closer to Snellweg. He's on the back of him. Shalamance and Psychomich are fighting. Oh, Psychomich went around the outside. Gaming Things has gone around the outside of Dan, going for into turn 3. Hooky and Proliver still fighting. Everyone's still fighting. We've got an incident in, oh, it's Hooky round again. Oh, Tim, Hooky is having a righteous day.
Hooky is around. Snellweg still first. Rage Hunter in second. 6 seconds of time penalties for Rage Hunter. 3 seconds for Snellweg.
We don't know. I've lost count how many penalties Snellweg had, to be fair. I lost count.
Well, they're rounding the final quarter now. Let's see what happens. It's going to be Snellweg who crosses the line first, but will he be credited with the win? Let's see now. Yes, it is Snellweg. Snellweg will win the Austrian Grand Prix. His teammate Kara coming in third. Rage Hunter in the Haas coming in second place. Gaming Things in fourth. Energy Dan. No, Gaming Things third. Gaming Things in third after time penalties. Energy Dan, where does he come in this mix? It will be in fifth. Racing Pod sixth. Shadowlancer, will he get seventh? Yes, he does. Seventh. Bannister in sixth.
Wow.
Racing Podge still dropping back, so a lot of time penalties for Racing Podge there. Psychomich in 9th, Proliver 10th, 11th is Admeister, Gizlodian in 12th it looks like it's going to be. Unless there's some time penalties that's going to change that. Hooky's got some time penalties as well, though. Gizlodian up in 11th, actually.
Wow, Hooky came 12th. Snellweg is our brand new championship leader once again. What a redemption race for Snellweg, Tim.
Yeah, a redemption race indeed. Pole position. And topping it off with a win. Rage Hunter second. Gaming Things in third after time penalties.
For his first podium of the season as well, Tim.
Yeah, Rage Hunter, he drove a stellar race. The safety car really helped him out. He made a call to stay out to gain track position, and it worked out for him.
Not only that, the start as well he had, Tim. He kept out of it throughout the whole of the mess that they have in turn 1.
That he did. He's just done a good job all around. Your official results for the Speed Force Racing League GP4 Series Austrian Grand Prix. So excited it can't talk. Snellweg in first, Rage Hunter second, third is Gaming Things Kara in fourth, fifth is Energy Dan, Bannister in sixth, seventh is Shadowlancer, Racing Podge in eighth, Psychomich ninth, Proliver in 10th, Gizlodian 11th, 12th is Hooky, who was the championship leader going into this race, but is no longer the case as he did not score any points today. 13th is Admeister, 14th is Stupid Clavin, Ryan Van Doom in 15th, Money Mink in 16th, Sonicock in 17th, 18th is Fanny Lion, Hyperwarskin in 19th, and Kvyat Torpedo in 20th place. So we'll get Snellweg, Rage Hunter, and Gamey Things in here momentarily. We'll talk to them and get their thoughts on the race. But first, not Proliver, but Oliver. Proliver's in 10th. Oliver's in the comms box. What did you think of the race?
Incident-filled. That's all I can say. Incident-filled race. Loads of accidents. Loads of controversial incidents. The Stewarts are going to have a busy day.
Yeah, the Stewarts are
And who's
definitely going to have...
top three?
So, guys, now that you're in the party, if you will, just please make sure that you're allowing your voice to be shared. If you don't know how to do that, go over to the party settings and click Always Allow and let me know when you're ready.
Leo?
Yeah, ready.
All right, and here comes Gamey Things. We'll give him just a moment. We'll talk to Gamey Things first in the 3rd position. So, Gamey Things, just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so first things first, Gamey Things, you had a good qualifying session, but you dropped back at the start, I believe, after that incident that caused the safety car. But you were able to rebound, and you were running in 4th, but time penalties saw you jump up to 3rd. So just walk us through your race and how you were able to rebound from what seemed to be a disastrous race early on.
Well, obviously, I got a reasonable qualifying in P4. I probably could have qualified P2, but that's by the by. I made a mistake in one corner, but that's it. As for the race, this is I don't know how to say it. I feel like this is going to be very bittersweet. I am happy I am on the podium, but I don't think in the final standings I'm going to stay here, to be fair, because that turn 1 incident, I'm honest, I know what happened there. I don't know. I hit the braking zone. I swear I did, but my car didn't slow down in time. And just to say, I'm at Snellweg, the person I hit there in front, and also everyone. I am so sorry for that. I don't know what happened. I'll have to look over it. But yeah, and as for me being here right now, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to thank the safety car.
Fair enough. I mean, Gamey Things, it was quite incident-filled, to be fair. There was loads of incidents going on. There was penalties galore. There was everything going on. What was your head like going throughout the whole race?
Well, qualifying, woo at the start, but in turn 1, oh, for God's sake, I am so seeing myself. But as it went on, just like, okay, getting better, okay. And before the second safety car, I was just like, the only way I can somehow salvage a podium out of this is if there's another safety car that comes out. And then it did, so I'm like, hey, yeah.
Well, nonetheless, a good podium for you, Gamey Things, and congratulations on that. Going to turn our attention now to 2nd place, that being Rage Hunter. So, Rage Hunter.
First podium of the season.
How's it going, guys? You alright?
Welcome to the podium, man.
Thanks, mate.
So, just tell us about your race, because you've had some pace here the past few weeks. You got the pole in Canada, and we've kind of been watching you, just a little bit here and there, just seeing what you can do. And when the safety car came out, you and Psycho Mitch both made a decision to stay out, and it worked out for you better than it did for Psycho Mitch. So just walk us through that, and was there ever any doubt in your mind of what to do as far as staying out under the safety car?
Well, yeah, it was an action-packed race from lap 1, really, so me and Psycho Mitch both said if one came out, we'd sort of stay out to keep the position and see how well we could get on through the field. And yeah, as it happened, the safety car helped us out massively. We were, Psycho Mitch and myself were 1-2, but we were also well aware that there was a lot of players behind us who would pitted and were going for a different strategy. So I knew sort of towards the end it was going to be a little bit more of a struggle. And fair play to Snellweg out front. He was really, really fast, and I struggled to keep up with him at the end. But yeah, really good race, action packed, lots of accidents, and yeah, my qualifying was terrible. I qualified 8th. I really struggled in the qualifying, but obviously that incident in turn 1 took probably 2 or 3 players out on the first corner, and I just kept it tight on the inside, went for it, and I was P3 after the first turn, so that was a little bit of a gift. And just played the long game. I want
to mention about that. What was it like seeing all of that going on and knowing you surviving all of that to go into P3?
Well, luckily, Ghosted Cars really helped me out, because otherwise I would have been out of the race as well.
Lucky.
Yeah, definitely. But it all happens really quickly, and you just do your best to avoid the action. But really, really good race and some good pace from the guys as well.
And to be fair, you got good pace as well, Rage. I mean, we've been seeing you battling away with Racing Pods for the past 2 races or so, and also, we've been watching. What was it like battling Racing Pods and battling with all these GP4 racers?
It was a little bit sort of apprehensive at first because I've not done league racing before, but you soon learn who you can fight with and who gives you space and who is a little bit more aggressive. So, I like to race fair, and if I know someone's faster, I'll let them go, like I did with Snellweg towards the end of the race. He was really, really quick. I couldn't lose him, so I thought I'll let him go, and then because I didn't want anyone behind me to catch up because I had penalties. So I sort of just followed his tracks, and here we are, finishing second, over the moon.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations to Rage Hunter. Now let's turn to our winner and also championship leader now of Snellweg.
Once again.
So Snellweg, just tell us about your race. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. You got the pole. You more or less dominated, and now you're sitting in victory lane with the points lead over Hookie, who did not score points today. So just walk us through it today.
Yeah, after such a bad series of races, I had to come back strong. Luckily, Austria is a really good track of mine, so I could put it in first place for qualifying, and then just dominate the race for the most part. So really happy with the result. Had some good battles. To be back in first position for the championship, really happy with that, of course.
So what was the race like in your mind then with Rage Hunter and also the whole race in general?
Yeah, Rage Hunter was really fast. I had my doubts when I with the safety car restart when I was behind Psycho Mitch if I could keep up with him, but I managed to do it. Really happy I could squeeze a little dive bomb on Psycho Mitch to stay with Rage Hunter, of course. And then just took it easy, no stupid mistakes, like Baku where I crashed out, and just drove my own race and first place.
And you know what's funny is, to be fair, Tim, we're not into Alpha Toy for the first time in like many races. Is that unbelievable to hear that?
It actually is a little bit unbelievable. So I'm sure that Snellweg would very much love to hear that. So that's probably music to your ears.
I was listening to the stream while I was racing. You guys are kind of my race engineers when it comes to that. So when the guys told me Hookie was outside of the points and then was behind Gaming Things, I was a little bit more motivated to hold on to this first place.
And what's going to be like with Silverstone coming up next week?
It's alright, but I think some other guys will be quicker because a lot of guys like the track. I don't particularly, it's not my favorite, but I hope we score some good points and hopefully finish on the podium.
Ray, same question.
Sorry, mate. I was texting. What was the question?
What Silverstone coming up?
Yeah, I quite like Silverstone. So we'll see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys in this lobby, and my setup today was more towards the race than the qualifying. And we'll see what happens. It's a long race.
And Gamey? Gamey?
I'm still here, Tom. I was just distracted thinking about that. Britain, last season it was my best and only good race last season, and I love the track just like this track. So maybe more the same minus the turn 1 instance.
True. One more question for you, Snellweg. What if we all know AlphaTauri is going to come back strong? So what's going to be your plan against the AlphaTauris with your teammate Kara behind the wings?
Me and Kara, we like to just battle. We don't really do the teammate stuff that much, so yeah, we're just gonna try and keep up with them and hopefully beat them, of course.
There you go.
Well, congratulations to our podium finishers, and congratulations to Snellweg on his win and for his now newly reclaimed championship lead. However, I think that's all the time that we've got, so until next time, good evening, good day, good morning, good night, wherever you are in the world, have fun, and goodbye.